2, 3.
All right. For those of y'all, if y'all don't remember who I am, I'm Miquel, and I'm doing a presentation on the attitude behind gaming, or that of a hardcore gamer. The general purpose of this is to persuade the audience of my personal belief behind gaming, which, if you don't know me already, I love gaming. And also to explain the actual positives, although there's also negatives to hardcore gaming as well. Does everyone in general have a clear understanding of gaming? Anybody? No? Yes, no? Audience? No? Gaming?
Oh.
Gaming? Do you know what a gamer is? Gaming? You know, the stuff that your boyfriend, that, you don't like that your boyfriend does? Anybody else on this side? No? All right, okay. In this day and age, of course, gaming is at an all-time high as far as relevance goes. With the technology and that, it's also easier to get sucked into that more of a hardcore gamer title. So what I want to begin with is what makes you a hardcore gamer, or what is a hardcore gamer. To those, mostly general understanding of a hardcore gamer is somebody that just games beyond that of a normal gamer. The hours, it's ridiculous. I know gamers, I know people that play World of Warcraft, I know people that play Call of Duty that have no life, no kids, no family, no girlfriend. It's crazy some of the people that I've even met online as far as hardcore gamers. Just as an example, I have a friend on my friends list that has 3 characters on Destiny of each class. Like, it makes no sense, just so he can go back on and play with each character to get different types of items for that class. And I have 1 character, and I still haven't completed the game. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Also, World of Warcraft, there is people that I know that have like 4 and 5 level 90. The max cap is level 90 right now, and they already have like 4 or 5 characters, and I only have 1 level 90 character, and they have 4. And I'm thinking, with me playing, I'm thinking I'm a real gamer, I want to be in that hardcore gamer class, and I don't even think I scratched the surface. I like 4 or 5 hours, and I'm just like, all right, let's turn that off, I'm done. And then I get back on, and they got another character that's level 90. It's amazing. An interesting thing about hardcore gamers, especially today, like, a lot of people don't really look at certain people like myself and think that I consider myself a gamer. Like, I just bought 4 brand new games in the matter of 2 days. That's like $65 a pop. And each game, almost like 2 or 3 out of the games is like 90 hours of gameplay. So I'm going to be a little occupied when I'm not doing homework or at work or dealing with my little 4-month-old. So I consider myself not necessarily a hardcore gamer, but I'm definitely a gamer. It's definitely a passion that I have. But most people, like, when I tell them that I play games or stuff like that, they actually are shocked. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I'm like, well, what is it? Is it, most people look at me because I talk about sports, or I love weightlifting. They don't, and then when I mention, oh, I can't wait to go play Destiny, or I can't wait to play Final Fantasy, people get this look on their face like they're shocked. Like, yes, I'm a gamer. It's just because I play basketball or weightlift, like, you know what I'm saying? What's a gamer supposed to do? Like, am I supposed to have like glasses and suspenders and like a nerd or something? Like, I know some people, like, realistically probably define a gamer as somebody like that, but anybody can be a gamer, especially if you put your mind to it. There's people online that I've seen that are just your normal average person, and they game for money and things like that. I've seen people win like hundreds of thousands of dollars online playing 2K or Madden. And just like when we were talking last week, like, there's an Asian kid that just turned 18, and he makes like 6 figures just playing StarCraft. And that's not even an online game. It's just like a strategy game, just on a PC, and he makes 6 figures. So it's interesting to me. But we want to transition into the positive, or that of a hardcore gamer. Most people think that it's just negative, that you don't do nothing with your life, you're fat, you sit in front of the TV and eat. But just like the video, I was fortunate enough to be able to do this, but just like that video that we watched about TED Talks, like as far as the motor skills, as far as the visual skills, like most of the gamers actually, like she said, have, the vision or are able to track things. When I was able to go online and pull up some information, even the government, and I can use this from speaking from experience, some of my training as a cop in the security forces, we actually went into a room and they have this huge video game screen, and we actually simulate scenarios or situations, and we fire little virtual guns and things like that. We had Humvees, like real life size Humvees and cameras set up, and the people that design that are gamers and stuff like that. So the government uses that, they tailor that. A lot of my friends that, when I was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, that flew the drones and stuff like that, like observing and stuff like that, they were gamers, hardcore gamers. And a lot of the articles, if you just type video gaming in the military, it'll pull up all types of articles of how the military tries to tailor the training, or those that do the simulators, the flight simulators, the drone simulators and stuff like that. They tailor it off of video games. Some of them even create them off video game systems, like as far as the programming, if you want to get into that detail. So, being that hardcore gamer doesn't mean that you're dumb or you're lazy or you just sit in front of the TV all day. There's good things that have actually come from it, as far as helping, the military, government, or as far as building the intelligence of a person that's a hardcore gamer. So it's not all, it can be negative. There's people that have, probably lost money or gambled or, probably ruined a few relationships. I know my wife hates gaming, but, we're still going strong, hanging in there. I don't game like I used to when I was by myself, but, it can happen. So, other than that, just keep it short. I pretty much just want to conclude that, as far as being a hardcore gamer, it's not all bad. There's some positive that come from it, as far as, your motor skills and things like that, intelligence skills. I do know a lot of smart people that game, and just some of the information, just the conversations that I have, from talking to people online that I meet just playing Call of Duty or something like that. Some of the conversations are actually, not just, would you level up this week? Like, we actually have conversations about politics, sports. You can talk about anything. So it's also beneficial that way too. As far as even if you're really a hardcore gamer or just somebody that likes to game a lot, you can build those social skills, talking to people. I know you guys don't see each other face to face. Now you can with the cameras and connect and stuff like that. With Xbox and PlayStation you can, but it also helps you be more sociable. I know a lot of people that sometimes try and hide behind, gaming and stuff like that. So that's also another benefit behind being a gamer. So the one question that I had for you guys is, will you tap into your inner gamer one day? I don't know. But other than that, that's it. Unless you guys have any questions for me.
What kind of game systems do you have?
I got PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I'm about to get a Wii U. I had a PlayStation 3. I had an Atari. I had a Super Nintendo, Sega. I've had every system you can get your hands on. I've had every video game system you can get your hands on. But right now, I currently only have PlayStation 4, PlayStation, Xbox One, and Xbox 360 right now. And I'm about to get a Wii U.
The only one that I had ever was the Game Boy Advance.
I have that too.
It's the only one.
Any questions from you guys from this side? No? All right, well, that concludes mine.
I got one.
Oh.
What's something that surprised you that you learned during your research about gaming? I said that since
I guess surprisingly was mostly like the TED Talk thing, because I being in the military, like I said, I used the little video game similar. I've talked to people in other career fields in the military that told me about the flight simulators and the whole drone thing. Like when I was in Iraq and talking to people on the low. But mostly surprising was that I like that little TED Talk information that we had, like the little presentations and stuff like that. I want to go back on there and look up some more stuff, because that was pretty neat. Because this is my first time even hearing about that website. So that was pretty much about it as far as it goes. freezing.